Today's video is about making of this beautiful elastic waistband, okay, with side pockets. If you're also interested in learning how to cut and sew a kaiko pocket, the following video will be a video of how to cut and sew a perfect kaiko pocket that looks so beautiful like this. So without further ado, we move down into the video. I start by folding my material into two like this. I fold the material into two like this. At the edge of it, I've already come down by 1 inch. That is my starting line. This line I chalk out is my starting line. So from this starting line, I'm placing the length of the band, which is 2 inch at this starting line. Assuming I'm making a fitted pant, I could have divided my hip circumference into 4 plus extra 1 inch, okay? But since I'm making a free pant, I'll be adding 2 inch to that, okay? So it is my hip circumference plus 2 inch, and I extend the line. After that, I'm inputting quarter of my hip circumference plus 1 inch for sewing, plus 1 inch for east, okay? Take note. I'm also marking quarter of my hip circumference. I make sure I add 1 inch for east, okay, and I connect it on a straight line like this. After that, assuming I'm making a fitted pant, I would have input my exact waist measurement, or probably add 1 inch for that and connect it like so, okay. I would have marked 7.5 and 8, add 1 inch, which is 8.5, connect it back to the cross line like this. But since I'm not making a fitted pant, okay, I will only take away 1 inch. This taking away 1 inch, I want to give the pants a bit of shape, okay. So at the side like this, I'm taking away 1 inch and I connect it back to the cross line like this. In this type of pants making, there is no really need for marking the hip line, okay. So I connect it back like so. To get your cross extension, you can divide quarter of your hip circumference into 4. Mine fall around that 2.5, or you divide your lap circumference into 2, or you divide your lap circumference into 2 and mark the point, okay. And I connect it like so. At this down, I'm also taking away 1 inch in order to shape the pants out, okay, and I connect it like this straight down. This is a free pants, okay. You can decide to make the down of your pants a little bit wider. That is to say, when you are folding this material, you need to fold it in the way that it will allow the down part of it to be wide. You fold it wider than this. After that, you can see me connecting my crotch area like so. And guys, this is all for the cutting of these pants. Actually guys, if you are watching my video for the first time, please stick to it, because in this video of making these pants, I'm going to share with you a tricks I've never shown when I'm making a pants video on this channel before. If you enjoy watching video like this, subscribe to this channel so that YouTube can let you know anytime I upload a new video. So after measuring the length of my pants, which is 45, I have leftover at the hem of it, which I'm going to fold the down of it like so. So moving on to the back piece of this pants, I'm folding it into 2. I'm folding my material into 2, okay. Like I said guys, I'm trying this pattern for the first time and it works perfectly for me. So I'm only going to be adding stitching allowance only at the sides of this pants, okay. So I'm marking to 2 inch at the top. At the middle, I will take the same 2 inch down to the hem of this pants. So after that, I'm trimming this area out. I'm trimming it out. I'm also going to trim the top of this pant out. Okay. At this center front piece, I'm going in by half an inch and I curve it like so. Only at the front piece. Okay, I go in by half an inch, curve it this way. As you can see, I'm lifting up my front piece and cut out only the front piece. Please take note. At the center front too, I'm going in by 1 inch. Okay, and I connect it like so and I'm cutting it out only on the front piece. Please, this cutting does not affect the back piece. Okay, I did this only to the front piece so that if there is any excess, I can actually trim it out. Moving on to the pocket part of it. For the length of the pocket, you can use 11 to 12 inch for the length. And for the wideness of it on folds, you can use 6 inch to 7 inch. Okay, it's on folds. It's actually optional. You can insert it this way, but I'm only curving one side out. Okay, this curve is optional. Like I said, you can use the pocket the way it is. So from the edge of my pocket, I'm marking 7 inch. Okay, and I notch it for the boot pocket. I measure 7 inch and I notch it for the boot pocket. I'm also going to measure it at the pant 7 inch and I notch it. I'm going to do this for both the front. I'm going to do this notching for all the 4 pieces. Okay, only at the sides area you notch it, measure 7 inch and notch it. Okay, moving on to the sewing part of it, I'm taking the corresponding back piece to the front piece. I'm stitching it down. I'm stitching the corresponding back piece and front piece together. I left starting from that 7 inch. Okay, I stitch it down with half an inch down to the hem of the pants. Now it's time to attach a pocket. Okay, so from that 7 inch that I notched for the pocket, I've stitched it close. Okay, also stitch from that 7 inch notch for the pocket, stitch it close. After that, I'm going to place it like this, right side facing, and I'm going to be stitching it down like so. I'm going to be stitching it down like so. After which, I will be right back. So after stitching it down, this is what I have. Okay, I'm going to attach the other side to the side of the pocket like this, and I will close it down as well. Okay, so after closing it down, there may be possibility that there's a hole there, so you have to flip it like so and close it. After stitching it down, there is a possibility that there will be an hole. You close it like this. Okay, after that, I iron the part out. I iron the seam so that it will be very flat. Okay, after ironing the seam, I'm going to iron like this down to the hem of the pants. Okay, after ironing it down, I'm going to flip the pocket towards the front piece. Okay, you have to flip the pocket toward the front piece, not the back piece. Okay, make sure that it's toward the front piece. Arrange your pocket well and make sure it's toward the front piece. This is how it will be. Okay, at the edge of it, you can decide to stitch the pocket attached to the front piece at the waist side. Okay, but for me, before stitching it down at this waist, this joining line, I'm going to overlap it. Take the front piece to overlap the back piece with half an inch. Okay, I'm going to stitch the waist like so. So if there is any excess for the pockets, it will be at the pocket that you have excess, you trim it out. So after doing that, you have successfully installed your side pockets. Okay, so go ahead and repeat the same process on the other sides of your piece. After that, I'm placing the other side of the piece, making sure that the front piece is toward the front piece, and also I'm going to stitch the crotch area like so with half an inch. After stitching the front, after stitching the crotch area like so with half an inch, we are going to stitch the down of this pants like so. Okay, make sure that the joining allowance is aligned. You stitch it down. So once I stitch it down and flip it to the right side, this is what I have. So we have successfully stitched down our pockets to the pants. Okay, at the end of it, aim the you can decide to aim down your pants. For me, I will be stitching it down like, and I just want to hold it down with aiming gum. Okay, so from what you have seen, I'm measuring down the waist of my pants. I actually take my time to measure down the waist of my pants, and what I got there in total, I have 41, which I write it down so that I will not mix it up. Okay, measure round your waist and make sure that you get the exact waist measurement. Okay, after that, I'm marking another piece, a long rope that will go around my waist. All right, we are marking 3 3 inch on folds. This piece I'm cutting out is 3 inch on fold. Then the length of my elastic is 2 inch. Okay, the length of it is actually the round waist measurement I have plus 1 inch. Okay, that 1 inch I'm going to be joining it down. I'm going to be stitching the 2 like this. So after stitching the 2 like this down, what I will have in total, it will be 41 inch. Okay, since it's unfold, I'm going to have 20.5. If I measure it round, it will be the exact measurement I have on my pants. Okay, for the elastic, I'm measuring down my elastic. This is actually, my waist is 30, so I measure 30 inches. After measuring 30 inches, I'm going to minus it, remove 4 inch or 5 inch away from the measurement. It all depends on how free you want it to be. Okay, If you really want it to be free, you can remove 3 inch, okay? But for in my own case, I remove 5 inch. All right. So after stitching my band like this, and I also stitch the 2 edge of my elastic by overlapping one on each other. Okay, I stitch down the edge of the elastic. So after stitching down the edge of the elastic and putting it down to the band like this, I'm going to be stitching the hem of this band like this. As I'm stitching, I'm arranging the 2 edge like this and make sure that the elastic is right inside. All right guys, so after doing that, this is what we have. This stitching does not affect the elastic, okay? My stitches does not touch the elastic. After stitching, I trim 0.2 inch away from the edge of the band. So after doing that, I'm actually taking back to measure that I have exact same measurement before I stitch it down. So once I get that, I'm going to take it to the machine and stitch it down. Alright guys, so after stitching it down, this is what we have. Okay, I'm going to make sure that at the top of this waistband, I go down with half an inch. I'm going to be stitching it down with half an inch. So guys, after stitching it down, stitching it again, making sure that I give a space about half inch and stitch it down again. As I stitch, I pull. As you stitch, pull your a waistband so that it will actually accommodate your waist. Okay, as you see, you can see me pushing. As I stitch, I'm dragging the waistband, okay, so that it will not be too tight on me. So I run the stitches about 3 times. You can make it 3 to 4 times. It all depends on how many line you want. So guys, after running the lines like this is all for making of this video. If you watch to this extent, please indicate let's make the kaiko pockets. Okay, let me know if you watch it to the very end. So guys, my advice here is that if you want to attach a kaiko pocket to this pants, please don't close the down of your pants like I did. I'm going to be losing it out later because I did not plant it. I just say let me add more design to this pants. Because I want you to understand how to cut and attach a cargo pocket to a pants. I'm going to make a separate video about that. So make sure you watch it. And the link of that cargo pocket is down in the description of this video. In case you want to check it out, do check it out. Subscribe so that like this video so that you too can push it to more people to get to see it. And thank you all for watching to the very end. Bye.